As I'm walking back
you don't even like convene with the rest of the team.
He just says,
Right.
wait for the ramp.
Oh, you did it!
Wow.
Suddenly we all take a level of
I love where your
exhaustion.
hair goes.
I love the idea of you just doing
I climb back onto my magic.
I love the idea of you giving the wrong answer while you're 500 feet away, and we're all like, okay, thank God, we finally beat the why do I feel
You
sorry.
just see him walking. You see him walking. You hear him kind of, and then whatever he said was the wrong answer. So in here, as you open it and you get your final piece, you also see a Drake leather coin purse embroidered with the initials FS.
Oh, it's the Fulton dude.
Fulton Stone butt.
Storm weather, storm butts over in the swamp over there sinking. And no, you put the, okay, you got that. But there's there's a handful of gems in his purse.
I say we take the gems.
Okay, so you have them all, and as you're doing this, they and if he said Fulton, they kind of start to rearrange a little so that
becomes an F.
That's a weird looking
no. 1 and 2 stick though; they stop moving.
Oh, is
that's
that
the
a
top.
puzzle?
I don't know, it keeps, my hands are really shaky and I'm getting
Are
really
you
OCD.
solving a puzzle?
Are you solving up the puzzle? They lock. And as soon as you do that,
No, you did it.
You
It killed
explode.
us all.
You are eaten by a groove.
You are dead.
you see there's writing on all of them.
Oh.
And the writing says, to see that which is unseen, all the pieces must convene. To find what lies beyond the beyond, strong must be our bond. And they, after all this writing appears, they flare. And the assembled pieces of the puzzle snap together, forming an incredibly tight bond. The assemblage rumbles and rattles, and fey runes swim to the surface of the piece. It rises from your hands, spin in a tight and violent circle. Its very speed causes it to scream through the air. A moment later, a glimmering portal filled with greens and golds and dusky grays emerges from the air before you. A familiar voice calls to you.
No, right out of
Enter, friend, enter and see, at long last, what your efforts mean to me. Through toil and trouble, banter and wit, a hero's reward to you I commit.
I'm gonna use
The assembled puzzle hangs limply in the air, its fey runes flickering and glowing in a steady rhythm.
I am
Insight.
going to
I don't know. This is
use
what
my
I
third
think.
eye. I'm using my third eye feature to see invisibility. I see invisible objects within 10 feet of me,
Okay?
and I look to the group and just shrug as I walk through.
I'm inciting
you
the
are
hell out of that
through.
I look
voice.
at
Insight.
Alistair and I say, I swear to God, if it's a leprechaun, I'm going to be so upset.
6.
I agree. Let's go.
We're doing
I,
this?
I walk in
That's
after him.
15.
And I walk.
I grab your
I
combat.
grab
by
your
your
hand and I walk
hand.
in.
It
Alright.
doesn't seem sinister.
I guess I'm more of it with
And
me.
it's,
Let's
it
go.
is the fey voice you've been hearing this
Yeah.
whole
And I
time.
kind of hold her.
Hey, voice is a douchebag. I kind of don't want to trust him.
You said the stones are just kind of floating in the air.
The F is just kind of limply hanging above your open portal, kind of like it's the
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it's the curtain rod that the portal hangs from.
I will cast Detect Magic on myself to be able to see the
That is magic.
Well, I mean,
Lots of magic.
For the next minutes as well. I will
But
And
like
I
I'm in
have
there.
This
Everything is magic.
feature, I believe, for
Oh,
like
God,
8
I'm
hours or
blind.
until I pretty much until I take a long rest.
You see invisibility?
See invisibility
Alright.
within 10 feet of me.
So it's arcane and very powerful.
Okay.
Like primal May, Fey magic.
That's pretty cool.
And
It's an action. I can only
let's
have one
see.
active, and I can't reactivate it until after a long rest.
That's it. And you walk straight through.
Yep.
I
I follow him with
I
his
follow as
carpet.
well.
I grabbed her hand so I wouldn't lose her.
Got
I
it.
gathered low
Correct.
and
All right.
followed her as I walked.
We all
Um,
grab hands.
You enter and
No.
see just all these beautiful colors, amazing, colorful things. There's ambient light, as if the sun were about to set or rise, but never happens. It's just like a beautiful sunrise, sunset.
I
It's
have
golden
a moment
hour.
where I
all
look
the
at you and I'm
time.
like, are we?
That's my dream.
Smells are heightened, and colors just seem a little bit sharper. The shadows are deeper, and the vegetation is more lush than anywhere y'all have ever seen before. As you begin to sort of process this, a fancily dressed Eladrin woman who wasn't invisible, by the way, sort of just comes into view. Not invisible, just enters your space. And addresses you in that same voice you've heard before. A release from my prison. Great thanks indeed. The reward that I owe you, the deal to which we agreed. As she fishes around in one of her pouches, you catch the faint muttering of a man in severe pain. Behind this Eladrin woman is an elf man, bound in tentacles of writhing green energy with vines growing through his nose and ears.
It's that guy.
Kind of just plopped up on the ground-ish, kind of like up against a tree behind her. She produces a diamond, the clearest diamond you have ever seen.
Bet you that's worth 300 gold.
Like, yeah, it's the size of her hand. And continues, pay him no heed, for he'll plead and he'll plead. He came here to bargain, but he'll only bleed. Foul lies flew from his lips, and he fell back from his word. Now for him the lines between life and death must be blurred. But for you, this treasure, this great shiny gem, I just ask that my actions you don't condemn. The elf's muttering accentuate the pause, and he locks his pitiful gaze to yours, as you were the first one through. He's just kind of looking at you, like tears kind of down his eyes. Simply accept this small token, and we shall be free to fly away from this place, all stone and oaken. You only need take that which was decreed. Her hand is outstretched and her smiles
Do
very
not
wide.
be taking it.
But know
personally.
this, 'tis a noble sacrifice, this elf. He doth empower my device, and with his blood and bile, he imprisons the blood lord most vile.
Do not be taking it very personal, but
Inside
you are
check.
the bitch.
History check.
You are a bitch.
History check or something for blood.
Let's see.
Yeah.
There are. You can do religion checks.
I'm gonna go religion check.
I want to do an insight
I'm
check.
doing an insight on her as well.
I'm gonna do a religion check.
All right.
I'm
Religion.
going
Can I do
to-
both?
I am
One or
going
the
to.
other.
25 insight.
In this
Okay.
moment, if you're trying to be like, what is she saying, or do I know this blood lord, or what might
I'm going to give
be happening
myself advantage with Tides of Chaos.
Alright.
I crit, so it's 24 religion.
here? Religion.
And Bloodlord.
For
You also
blood.
gotta
that's-
do
It was a 25
wild
insight
magic thing.
to see whether
Huh?
she was being
You're
serious
not
or
right.
this person
Yeah,
is
yeah,
being-
yeah. So that's a third.
So you did insight. You did his
20,
religion.
22 for me for religion, and also
Just one.
no wild magic.
I
Okay.
get the feeling
Religion.
that there is much magical
I
fuckery
did
going on.
9 on religion. I did.
And
More than a feeling,
okay,
you can
so
see.
first and
Oh,
foremost,
yeah.
you can tell after kind of being in the back of this, as everyone else kind of walked in, something about this Eladrin. Her motivations are definitely not pure for all of you and what is happening. Those of you that did religion,
She did
That's what I
religion.
She did religion.
other way around.
So-
You
Yeah,
did
he
insight.
was-
You
Insight.
did religion. Okay. You, with a, what'd you get,
24.
24 with my
Shit.
crit.
Alright, so you are an elf. First
Yes.
off. Doi.
What?
And
Oh,
you
yeah,
actually
he's
recall
Stegosaurus.
stories about the Fey courts that reside away from this world. One of the Fey nobles is an Eladrin woman named Boot Black, who, in the stories, offers diamonds in exchange for simple tasks. Those that take too many of her diamonds and those that refuse her outright often earn her ire, and she has a reputation for being a savage fighter. Some cults dedicated to her worship have sprung up across Faerun and have proven popular with warlocks and ill-repute bards and scoundrels of all types. Her word is bond, and she is want
She
to
is
bend
wont.
her words to her advantage. The legends of the elves tell that she was trapped in the Feywild when a hero gathered up all of her diamonds and left them in her home, preventing her from ever leaving again. And what did you get? A 24.
4.
You have also heard, this barely the faintest part of your memory, and kind of you piecing stories you've heard together through all the years. Someone or something hints to you that you are pretty sure she's able to teleport to the location of any of her diamonds, and that's why she's trapped here. Because all of her diamonds are in her home. Let's see.
I do the Studio Ghibli tense thing where it's like, and
Every-
all the hair stands
Everyone
up.
but Mary and Aster, you guys all see in the area around her, aside from the big beautiful one she's handing, there are small piles of discarded diamonds scattered all around the room. Kind of in piles behind this bush, over by this thing. So Mary and Aster don't see this. You guys are just watching this chick.
What use history for the book?
Why do we not see it?
Eric,
Passive perception.
Yeah, passive.
Oh,
was
okay.
there anything about the Bloodlord? Because that's what she was rolling history for.
I understand, yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting to this.
There's a lot of block text.
Yeah, there's a lot, and you
Okay.
rolled really high.
I feel like it has something to do with the Fomorians, but
Let's see.